Would you like to play a game? Mag Plus.
This is Mag Plus, the show about movies and games, plus other media, news, reviews, our opinions on things. I'm Eric.
I'm Brad.
And you can find this on magreviews.net, and then you can find the rest of it on youtube.com/magplusreviews. Let's get started with the news for the week. So first thing is Little Big Planet 2 for PlayStation 3 gets pushed back from this year to next year. January.
Why?
January of next year. Media Molecule says that they need more time to really create the experience they think the consumer deserves in this world of Little Big Planet.
Good idea.
Basically, they're tying up loose ends that they think need to be tied up a little tighter. Because those knots are going to come out, and then the whole game's just going to fall apart.
Sackboy will fall apart.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you can look frozen.
That's cool. We're good. Yeah, basically their thing is Little Big Planet is their defining, game, and they want to make the second one perfect. They don't want there to be any serious bugs or anything like that, which is cool. They only pushed it back till January, so it's not that long. A month or
Yeah,
two.
they'll push it back again.
Maybe.
They don't want to compete against Killzone. Doesn't that come out in February?
I don't know when Killzone comes out, and I think that they'll actually do better than Killzone if they did.
Yeah, but it's the same company. Sony doesn't want two exclusive titles to fight, wouldn't they?
They wouldn't want them to, no, but what are you going to do? All right. Also, speaking of Sony, they've got a little issue to deal with here with some people creating DualShock 3 controllers, and they're designed to look exactly like Sony made them, but they're not made by Sony. And they have a tendency to explode.
That's cool. That gets you in the game.
That gets you in the game, especially, Little Big Planet.
In Modern Warfare 2, you're cooking a grenade and you're like, I should throw this.
Son of a bitch. Should have thrown it.
That would actually be kind of cool.
It depends on if you want to use your hands again or not. All right. There's not much to say about that. Sony says don't
Just
buy
be careful.
those.
If you're playing with a controller, start smoking.
Throw it. It's cooking.
Throw it.
You need to get rid of it.
It's cooking.
They say they're working on a firmware update that'll actually make it so those controllers won't work. So you might buy the controller, you'll try and use it, and it just won't work. Which is kind of funny, but also kind of cool.
Just no, we're going to patch your shit and it won't work.
Who needs a controller anyway? Shadow of the Colossus, there was rumors about a movie being created a long time ago, and they're talking about it again. The studio actually...
Is it going to be a computer-generated, Japanese movie?
They didn't really give information like that. Basically, all they talked about was, it's obviously in production, and they talked about, game movies not really doing that well, and the reasoning behind why they don't do well, and that, they're going to make the sacrifices that these other video game movies have not, to make a better story and movie, rather than trying to just adapt a game to look like the game in movie mode. So it could be pretty good.
It could be.
And that's what we got for gaming for the most part. So what do we got for movies?
I guess we'll start with this. Some genius thought this would be a good idea. They're talking about making a Black Widow movie based off Scarlett Johansson's character from Iron Man 2. Well, she was okay for the 10 minutes she's in the end of the movie. It's kind of cool seeing her jump around kicking people. I don't think she could carry a movie.
I don't know.
Not to be mean. Nothing against her. I like her, but
not
I just don't know
necessarily
if
her
she
as
could
an
carry
actor, but even the character itself.
Yeah, no one cares about Black Widow. Didn't Elektra bomb? And she's a bigger hype. Seemed I don't know. It seemed like that was more high profile than a Black Widow movie would be, and that bombed pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Just like Magneto is finally done.
They were going to make a Magneto movie?
Yeah, they were going to make Magneto. It was actually it was at one point going to come out before the Wolverine movie.
Oh.
It just kept getting delayed, and it was probably just so stupid. No one wanted to make it.
I just don't think that would work as a movie.
It won't.
For an hour and a half.
And I what do you think about?
It seems like anytime someone remotely likes a character, they want to give it its own movie.
What do you think about
like,
the Deadpool thing?
They keep talking about that, but I don't know. They kind of screwed up Deadpool so bad. Wolverine, I don't think it would work.
I don't even think, considering him being screwed up in Wolverine, I don't think that would work either. Just like the Venom spinoff, I don't think the Venom spinoff will work either.
That wouldn't work.
I don't think they'll ever
work.
be able to make a Venom or a villain movie like that.
Deadpool's not a villain though in the comics, is he?
I thought
isn't he like just like he's a Mal the assassin? He's almost more funny in the. I don't think he's a bad guy.
I think he's just a menace throughout it.
I think if they took him and they made it like an R-rated, kind of went along the lines of Blade or something, they might be able to do its own thing. But
even then, it wouldn't be successful at all. It would just be kind of for the people who really would appreciate it. Be a very select audience.
I don't think Marvel's into that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out. Anyway, let's move on. So the Hobbits casting. Hobbits.
Hobbits. We've been talking about that movie forever.
Yeah, they don't really.
Where are they going to cast and drop out? And tell you something.
Well, I think this is extra as Hobbits. They're looking for like people at a certain height, so like either below 5'2" and like over 4'8" or over 5'8" or something like that. If you want,
I could be a Hobbit. I could be the big Hobbit.
You could be a big Hobbit.
Yeah. I'll be 6'2" Hobbit.
And then, they don't. The studio still hasn't really fully gone forward with the project, but they're already doing casting. They still don't officially have a director, but what are you gonna do? I guess they're keeping it moving, which will probably might save it. So, technically good news.
Yeah.
What else?
I guess. Well, this is just like rumor mill news about talking about maybe making a Brothers Grimm Snow White movie, kind of like a gothic version of Snow White.
Uh-huh.
And getting the director of Alien Resurrection, Jean-Pierre Jeunet, to direct it. I don't know why that would be cool, but they talked about him. And they were talking about having Padme herself, Natalie Portman, play Snow White, which would be kind of cool.
That'd be interesting. Did you see the
because everybody I like Sleepy Hollow. I didn't like Alice in Wonderland, but I like Sleepy Hollow.
You don't like Alice in Wonderland? I thought it was a fun watch.
It was neat.
It wasn't great, but it's.
I didn't hate Alice in Wonderland.
It's fun to watch.
It was just it was a watch.
Yeah. All right. So Cloverfield 2. Matt Reeves, director of Cloverfield 1, was talking about.
And Let Me In.
Let Me In. He's working on Let Me In right now, and then J.J. Abrams is working on Super 8, and then the writer of Cloverfield 2 is working on something else or whatever. They're all talking, Matt Reeves was talking, saying that they all have ideas for Cloverfield 2, and they do plan to go forward with it at some point. They're all real busy right now, and they all just need to decide on an idea and how they're going to go about doing it. He may or may not direct, depending on what's best for the decision they make. So, good news for people who want a Cloverfield 2.
I want a Cloverfield 2.
I want a Cloverfield 2. Not going to happen now, but it's definitely
someday
in the minds of the creators.
They should make it rated R, though.
They should.
Make it like a snuff film monster movie. That'd be scary.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of snuff films, Rob Zombie wants to make another movie.
Which one's this one?
This one actually could be pretty cool, even though I like Rob Zombie movies.
It could be cool, even though you like them. I
Well,
usually think his movies are cool, but I really think that this one might actually be kind of cool.
Yeah, that didn't really make sense, but a lot of people don't like the Halloween movies, and I really like Halloween 1, and I like Halloween 2. I don't hate it like people do.
So you hated Halloween 2?
No, have you seen Halloween 2?
No.
I think it's the only horror movie to use Weird Al as a cameo playing himself. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should see that part.
But his other movie is called The Lords of Salem, and he's going to write it while he's on tour this year. And it's about the Salem witch trials, but it would take place nowadays, and it's 300 years later, the witches come back.
So the Salem witch trials, they happened once, and now they're going to happen again.
Well, I don't know if the trials would happen. The angry witches would come back 300 years later. Yeah.
But like the original story still exists. It's not like it's never existed and now it's happening.
It's using that story, yeah. The witches come back later.
Nice.
Could be cool. Rob Zombie is pretty
crazy.
He's pretty intense. He's intense when he's doing things.
So basically, it's saying these witches that currently are thought to have been fake but killed off anyway are gonna have been real, and they're coming back.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. All right, so now this we're gonna spend a little bit of time on. Unfortunately, it's bad news.
Oh.
So we've got more information on Wachowski's next movie.
Unfortunately, we have more information on Wachowski's next movie.
Unfortunately. So basically, what do we got on it? It takes place 100 years in the future. Because apparently we're still
we're still
at war with Iraq 100 years in the future. That's kind of funny, but untrue.
Didn't Obama just end it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the headline?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was him that. I think they were all kind of planning to end it around now anyway.
It's just kind of fun.
Yeah, 100 years in the future.
Are they
they're
still talking
fighting.
about this? What?
I don't know. Main story is told in flashbacks by digital archaeologists. Okay, so maybe the war isn't going on then. It looks like they're...
Yeah, he totally froze up, Don. Okay, so maybe the war is over. I think that's what Eric was going to say.
Yeah,
maybe the war is over.
So the war is over.
But they're going to show the war through digital flashbacks.
I'm back now, right?
And... Yep. Okay, go ahead. I covered the statement there.
Yeah, so they're digital archaeologists. They're finding footage in memory cards and things like that, and they're piecing this story together about this stupid story.
It's the stupidest story.
So the heroes are a gay American Marine named Butch. And an Iraqi soldier turned militant. Oh, God.
Butch apparently just wants to fuck and kill everything.
And there is graphically described
so he falls
sex.
in love with the other male Iraqi. What does that say?
What do you mean?
It says there's going to be sex in the movie?
Yeah, graphically described sex. Pop and go. After a disaster hits, the Iraqi ancestral home, they both become radicalized.
Yeah.
And in love even more with each other.
This is so gay.
Tags. Oh, and they blame it all on Bush, and they're going to try and kill Bush.
Yeah, really? This doesn't even seem like it's going to be relevant at all. By the time it's made, people are going to be like, shut up.
I know.
I don't even think Obama will be president anymore.
Even Obama will be like... I was going to do it, but I'm not going to.
Even even liberals... because that green zone that came out?
Yeah.
Liberals were like, come on, we're not talking about the weapons of mass destruction anymore, are we? So I don't know what the Wachowskis are thinking with this.
They're a little late. They should have made this 4 years ago.
No, they should just not have.
Yeah. I mean, if they were going to relevantly make it, it would have been 4 years. They shouldn't make it, though. Morons.
They should just cut out the military plotline and have gay sex.
Well, yeah.
They could do that.
Well, basically, one of them's a girl now, so, that would be the one there, and then the other one would just film it.
Why couldn't they just be what would make this movie better? If it wasn't gay. Why don't they just have a Marine who falls in love with an Iraqi woman who's being abused, and then it would be more of a women's rights movie? I think that would be better.
Yeah.
And then they turn on the terrorists that are abusing the women, and it would make an awesome movie. Instead, it's gay sex and attack Bush. People don't want that.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
And when they do, uh-oh.
I mean, we could be totally wrong. They might be doing, something completely different because they're being very secretive about it at the same time. They're coming up with fake names for it.
Maybe they're talking about gay sex to get people to talk about it.
Pause.
Busted.
All right, action. Basically, they might, maybe they're going to make fun of all these people who say stupid things like that.
They're going to make fun of us?
Maybe. Maybe they're messing with us.
We're going to be in the
I'm pretty sure they're not messing with us. Well, people who look at this logically and go, "What a stupid idea." But maybe they're fooling with us. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, stick around for this next segment. We're going to talk about the influence of the Matrix back when they were cool on other movies.
Back when they were boys.
Yeah, back when both of them were when they were brothers.